Good evening, ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome.
and welcome to Monsters Play. Something completely different. First off, we're in the same room.
It is insane. I can see this man's face.
You can see this man's face. We can talk over each other. There's no delay.
Hey, so
No,
nice.
no one will cut out. We've got cocktails, and yeah,
If you could hear that.
if you can hear that, I'm sure they could hear that. We are going to be doing something a little different than our normal video game related content.
Yeah.
Levon, I've known since high school now. A bit before that, if you count the passing in like middle school band, but we never really
see the
talked.
face. But not really hung out until high school.
Yeah, so Levon I've known for a long time now. He was the lead actor in a trilogy of short films I made for a class that we were in, media literacy class.
Yes.
He was my leading man in my Dead trilogy of films.
I'd like to say it was a good pick, but you can decide here soon.
And reason why, and so we're going to be doing a little director's commentary on the trilogy here. As you can see, coming up on 10 years.
10 years.
10-year anniversary of the Dead trilogy. Oh, I wonder if we'll get a copyright strike. Haven't gotten a copyright strike on any of these on my old YouTube channel.
We might. That's fine. I got one of my first video on a clipping channel.
That's true. But like none of this, all this has just been like flagged for like content. It's just never been like actually like struck.
From the records to never be seen again.
But this is going to be the definitive director's commentary for the Dead trilogy, 10-year anniversary. Holy fucking shit!
10 years.
I
can't believe I still talk to you.
It's fucking nuts. Yeah, I can't believe anyone would put up with me for that long. I'm gonna leave the link to this playlist of this trilogy down in the description below. It's still on my original YouTube channel, so then if you feel so inclined, you can see all the other cringe that's still on that YouTube channel. Yeah. But without further ado, we're gonna try and like do this straight, but they're all short films. We'll probably pause and interject where we feel fit, but hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, sit back and
Flamingo Productions presents
Flamingo Productions.
Flam and Go. Oh, classic. Beams by tape. Look at this young man.
Oh, God.
So baby, my God.
That is a baby face.
So we are in the house that I grew up in. We filmed this. It wasn't even a snow day. It was like a cold day. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cold day. We were in. I remember you told me to take those M&Ms, and they were giant. I think I tried swallowing it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I think I just tried chewing that like an actual pill, and I don't know if I could. They were so much bigger than I expected.
Yeah, no, this is... So yeah, we filmed this... We filmed the majority of this when school was canceled because it was like, I don't know, negative 12 degrees out or something like that.
Oh, man. Yeah, this was done during the winter. It hit really cold. You'll see it... I don't know so much this one or the next one, but... There were some moments we were outside and
it's in this one.
Crunched together, like trying to conserve all heat possible.
You also may be wondering what these movies are about. I'm not going to take the time to explain them. If you really are curious to what these movies are about, again,
there's no orange tip.
God.
There's no orange tip. He's got a gun.
There's no orange tip. No, you can see it.
But the symbolism.
The
symbolism in the background.
Completely accidental, but was pointed out to me that, that's kind of an interesting shot.
And then I do believe we'll see in the future future short films. It makes an appearance again.
Oh, yeah. The benefits of growing up in a Catholic household. The deep-fried flashback filter. All of this was done on a really shitty digital camera and then edited in Windows Movie Maker.
It was kind of ironic because we used that. It was one of those ones. It wasn't even like a landscape one. It was like a whole vertical kind of camera.
No, it was an actual like camera. Jake had the flip.
Oh, that was the other
Jake
films.
had the flip video camera.
Okay.
Yeah,
we had a real video camera, but back then they were We're not perfect.
It wasn't even a real video camera. It was like a digital camera that we were using the video function on.
Yeah, no, it was it was not its intended
so
purpose,
like
per se.
I don't know, it's like this is as digital as it fucking gets. Like no, this is brutally cold. If you're watching this like properly, you can just hear the wind screaming by the shitty onboard microphone on this camera.
Right.
Oh, nice little jump cut there.
Nice
I like the idea of this shot. It just with the means and what we had at the time never really came to fruition.
Didn't have what we needed to actually make it a smooth shot, unfortunately.
The recurring motif that you're going to see is that I am a filmmaker with ambition, but no budget and no time. And for whatever reason was really self-conscious to make anyone do a second take of anything. So a lot of stuff is just like rolled on the first take.
We definitely kept lower than we probably should have.
Yeah. It's kind of funny if you look at this. If you know my childhood home, the geography of this makes no sense because we're in the basement now. We were in the first floor bathroom. We were in the top floor bedroom. Like none of this makes any sense.
Ironically enough, that first cut from the top floor to the bathroom I was walking to the bathroom, right?
You were walking to the bathroom,
but it was on a different floor.
You were walking to a bathroom, not the bathroom.
Yeah, so we would jump around all over the house.
Good old Night of the Living Dead because it's public domain.
Yep. Okay. Don't want to pay royalty.
Yep. This was also sort of
feather.
the amalgamation of everything I thought. I mean, it's still in some regards everything I still think is really cool. Just like synthwave, the movie Drive. Everyone points out the Fight Club reference. I can't remember if I had seen Fight Club before or after I made this. But it was not in the forefront of my mind.
That's fair.
Also, this party scene you can barely see.
Also, you can. We're all high school students who have no idea what a freaking party
Oh,
is.
yeah, no. And I was, so proud I, set dressed that powdered sugar that they were doing lines of, quote unquote. You can't even see it.
Behind the scenes, really funny. I have a younger sister who had to go upstairs and ask my mom for powdered sugar. or, a white powder and bring it down in a little baggie. Exactly. She's like, I don't know what you're using this for, but I brought it.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think all those strobe lights were just people's phones with strobe light apps set up too.
You're right, because there's no strobe lights down there. So I think we jerry-rigged
that
with phones.
That was Levon's family home's basement.
Right.
Oh god, talk about a kid looking like a baby here. I'm unrecognizable
this
at this point.
Man, no facial hair.
The chain and the Hawaiian shirt that hasn't changed much though.
True, the style's still the same. That face, real young.
Little backstory. This all was based off of a short story, a very short story I had to do for a creative writing class that our friend and Levon's roommate, Jake, was also in. And I sort of retooled it and reworked it into this short film. And Levon was in my group, and I was like, would you rather play a cancer patient or an out-of-control psychopath? And he chose cancer patient.
One fit my personality a bit better. I didn't exactly have acting chops back in the day. Whether I do now or not, I don't know. But
I will say,
I can fit into better.
I will say, I don't know, and maybe it's just because I've seen this so many times. I am quite fond of you in this role. I think you do a good job with the material as written. And I think, you not really having much acting experience kind of worked in your favor because Max is sort of supposed to be a blank slate that things kind of, bear down on him.
Yeah, things are kind of bouncing off, and he's not necessarily jumping at things, but he's having it happen, and then later becomes more, in control of what he's doing.
Exactly.
So especially in the beginning, it feels better, or it makes sense that he's kind of all these things are happening to him.
Again, if this is your first experience seeing these, I guess I recommend checking them out in full for a little bit more context. Again, they're pretty shoddy, but I am proud of them, and they are still up on YouTube. Oh, the Phantom rocking chair. Oh.
Right, with the lens
The
flare
lens
over
flare,
me.
you have giant Mace Windu lightsaber lens flare.
If you want to have fun with math, just count the lens flares
Yeah.
throughout the series.
This scene never played right because of the
Because of
shitty
the butter?
the shitty quality of the camera. The joke is that like you say you fix dinner for yourself and it's clearly something you should be having for dinner.
True.
Everyone in class thought it was butter. It's a bowl of ice cream. It's
Very yellow ice cream. So
It is very yellow
but it is
ice cream.
ice cream.
It's very cheap ice cream. It probably has a lot of dye in it. It's one of those you get in a big square tub at like
the gallon
yeah.
tub. Also, if you just saw, I go to bed with shorts on apparently in the movie.
Well, it was the era of wearing basketball shorts underneath your pants.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I will say,
Such was the style at the time.
yeah, I was a high schooler and felt a bit more self-conscious about just going straight to underwear. No problem now,
Yeah.
I think. But like at the time,
That's
and then
fair.
of course, we'll see later. I just go shirtless for that.
True, yeah. This is also the first appearance of the mysterious grinding noise, which I'm pretty sure we determined caused if you obscured whatever crappy microphone was on that camera.
Yeah, you'll see. I think the third movie film will bring it up. But like, there's one point we saw one scene where it went.
Yeah.
And then stopped.
Yeah, as if a shroud was lifted, and I think it was literally our camera person moving their finger. God, more jump cuts just couldn't be bothered to do. To be fair, though, this was like lunch or like half period or something, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to work with, so...
Yeah, we're trying to go quick, and I know there's also up above like our library, like a really weird
Yeah, there's a weird
section.
lofted area that I don't even think exists anymore because so many kids were like finger banging each other or something like that. I don't know if I can say that, but
I don't know. Maybe that may be the case. I haven't been back in a while, but it was a very weird section of just like, why have this
just
here?
a weird lofted area in the library of our high school, and I tried to make it look as best I could as like a rec center or something, but with all the kids in the hall, it's very clear it's like in between periods at a high school.
Yeah.
I should say, everyone, like, going back to Fight Club, oh, this is another scene that didn't work the way I wanted to.
Wait, we have someone like the camera?
Uh-oh.
There it is.
I wanted everyone to be frozen in these little tableaus because this is supposed to be a flashback. I wanted it to be surreal. It doesn't quite play the way I was hoping it would, but what can you do? But going back to the whole, like, Fight Club Tyler Durden thing, Johnny's inspiration was actually a combination of Jack Nicholson and a character on an old TV show called WKRP in Cincinnati. There was a character named Dr. Johnny Fever, and he was like a hippie burnout sort of dude, called everyone baby. I was like, what if that dude was a psychopath? That's why Johnny in this always calls everyone baby.
I see. Take some mannerisms from one and exaggerate it with the other.
Yeah. God, yeah, you look
Oh god,
really
yeah. I'm like,
fucking
I'm
cold.
crunching. It's so because it was negative degrees out
It
at
was
this point.
cold. Like we planned this whole shoot, like all the interiors and exteriors at my house were done in this one day because we planned around it because we figured we were gonna have off school because the forecast was looking so terrible.
Did we not get off at all?
No, we did.
Yeah, because it was a cold day too. It wasn't
Yeah.
a snow day, which is extra bad. Snow days are pretty common. A cold day, not
Yeah.
so much.
No. Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you?
And yeah, so we ended up filming everything we could because we had the day off.
Yeah, and also that's the benefit of working with a script where you only have a handful of locations. Like
All right, you don't have to move everywhere. You can just get them done. Back
all
to
this
back.
music that was. This was actually even before Hotline Miami 2 came out. This was all stuff that was rumored to be on the Hotline Miami 2 soundtrack. So I was like,
Oh, really?
I was like getting ahead of the curve. That's why Beams by Tape is used so much because I was rumored to be on the Hotline Miami 2 soundtrack. For those of you that don't know, Beams by Tape is a song that plays in like the more like somber pieces when Levon Max is allowed.
Right. The really important three notes. Dee, dee, dee.
But this song, I think, actually did end up getting used in Hotline Miami 2.
I was never one to actually play. You and our friend Jake, who's one of the actors here, really got into that game. Not so much.
Yeah. dialogue I had there that was totally cut out by the wind. What a catch, though.
Oh,
that wind took that fucking hat. Was about ready to never let go, but you said nope.
No, I wasn't.
Not today.
I was scared of having to take another take and standing out in the cold. I wasn't gonna let it happen.
Cameraman cameo, first of many. Little shadow from. I should also mention my cousin Melanie. It was the other member of our group. She was playing in her first role in this trilogy. Well, second technically, because she's in the party. Playing the leader of the AA meeting, and she operates the camera for a lot of this.
I do think she might have the most roles in this film or this series.
She does, yeah.
Yeah. And she already got 2 in the first film. So.
Yeah. So all told, I think she plays 4 different characters. So she's like my Cheech Marin and From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes. Another.
Remember, I had to bring up the brightness on this to max, and you can still barely tell what's going on.
You can see where you went dimmer. I think the automatic lights turned off at some point. My parents had them on for a very short time back in high school. They extended the length since, but yeah.
And I think they were on. It was just no light sources, shitty camera.
Right, and you cranked it back up for down on the exposure once you got closer.
So my sister is actually the shorter of the 2 redheads in this scene. You'll notice she doesn't get poured a glass of quote-unquote wine, and the face she makes here, she's like, all right, I guess we're doing it. And cheers.
The one who didn't get a
She's
drink.
a consummate professional there, Rachel. I wanted to, again, this was supposed to be kind of surreal, but it just kind of plays we didn't really have much time or budget or anything. I wanted it to be clear that all the extras in this scene were the same in the first party scene, almost a surreal mirroring. That doesn't play at all, but what can you do?
We can make a symbolism or something, I don't know. But it wasn't intentional to start with, just who we had.
The line this movie ends on was the line that my original short story ended on. And someone during the shoot made a joke well, just let me know if you're ready for the sequel. I had no intention of doing a sequel, but in that moment I was like, well, what would a sequel look like to this? And I kind of blocked out the rest of this trilogy. So that was dead, and we're about to move on to Afterlife here. Afterlife is my personal favorite in the series because I sort of was working through learning better editing and blocking and stuff like that in terms of actual production stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh god, my old logo.
Yeah, I mean, and to go on with the first movie, a bit of the production stuff too, because you did the first movie in Windows Movie Maker, I believe.
I did all 3 of these.
All 3?
Yeah. I think I did Dirty Laundry in Windows Movie Maker too. Maybe we'll do Dirty Laundry someday, but for the 10-year, that'll be next year, the 10-year anniversary of Dirty Laundry.
Yeah, I do
we'll have to watch that one muted because of all the music.
Oh, that's fair. I do know. You think it was the second film you figured out some of the volume mixing stuff?
Yes, yeah. So if you're watching the vanilla releases of this, the VO, the film noir style narration for Max's character is so buried because there was a fucking level for the mic that I didn't see until we did Afterlife.
So that's the running jokes. The beams is so loud, and you hear my voice coming in.
Yeah, and I did everything in my power to try and make it as usable as possible. Look at this my first YouTube logo. Yeah, that basically sums up my high school interests in a nutshell.
High school.
Well, I mean...
at least some of them are still.
Actually, I didn't know all of them are. My girlfriend, my high school girlfriend, actually made me an iron-on t-shirt with this logo on it. It might still be kicking around somewhere, but I don't think the last time I saw it, it was really yellow. So I think I threw it away.
Well, over time. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And into Afterlife, we go.
Onward we go. The second film. I know you said it's your favorite. I do enjoy this one a lot. I like some of the scenes in 3, which makes sense. It's the climax.
Yeah.
A bit more in this one, but the overall plot of this one, I like a lot.
Yeah, I like this one. I don't know. This one was the most fun to film for me, at least. A bit of it is narcissistic because I have a bit more to do in this one. which ironically now I would much rather just be behind the camera than acting in something. But
Yeah, I do think this has one of my favorite scenes though, of the entire trilogy, which is coming up soon. Is the dream sequence.
oh yeah, we got high praise from our teacher when we showed this for the class.
Side note, that last scene there was my least favorite scene. Because I had to retake that scene like 7 times. So I could not aim a gun like fluid, with a fluid motion. It felt very robotic. I think it still comes a bit robotic, to be honest. But I took it so many times.
Dan is wearing like Nike slides or no Adidas slides or something with his button down in khaki.
Danny never had the most sense for filming.
No,
but that's fine.
I always love this shot. It's like the world's dumbest war movie. We're like in each other's arms in Santa hats.
Yeah. The bromance between Johnny and Max.
I was so proud of this too. I was like, with the text overlays in Windows Movie Maker, I made opening credits. I was like, oh, it feels like a real movie.
Top credit,
Levon Swenson. It feels like a real movie.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, in fairness. You might look back now and that was something you were doing in high school, but it is a major step up from the first one.
Yeah.
Just in, production quality and what you figured out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because it was only, a month of, doing that and editing and then on to the next one.
Yeah, but this would
maybe a couple months, but...
I think this was April. If I remember correctly, this was April. And then we had a quicker turnaround for the third movie, because I think that was May. If I remember correctly. This was all Dead was our final for the first semester, and then we did Afterlife and Dead for the second semester.
Okay.
Well, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't really check out.
If Dead came out in January.
Was Dead a final? I don't remember.
I don't remember if it was, but as you can see by his scarf, his cancer.
I'm now bold.
Those people have
my hair fell out.
anything done?
Yep. I'm not gonna lie, I would not have gone actually bald for this back in high school.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't have either.
I don't know if I had that commitment. I do like the I think that actually was one I had. I pulled because I used to do roguing in the cornfields in the summer. And that was what we used as bandanas to help protect the face from the corn leaves. I'm like, I just got this around, and so we just threw that up over, and we're like, yeah, that's good, no hair.
Yeah.
Keep her going.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's really... Oh, we're going to see another one of my special interests in the music. We're going to have music from one of the Hitman games. That was another thing I was...
Oh my god, so many crosses.
So many crosses, so many symbolism.
Which I think... At this point, we're going to have a shot from my side. Was that done intentionally to capture those? I don't think so, right?
No. Fucking anything that happened in this that was kind of cool was an accident.
Besides, I mean, that was done in church. That was part of the plot that he's doing this, and this is happening while he's, thinking and praying in the church, reflecting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is one of my favorite sequences.
This was fun to do.
Well, we got there's a bit of acting chops going on. I think we had some of our better performances in the scene, and then it was a big pivotal point in the plot line of the series to begin with.
Yeah, this was when it was sort of the whole concept of this one is sort of Max reconciling with the fact that he is still alive, the mystery cancer that he has didn't kill him as fast as he was hoping or something like that. That was actually the same exact shot, just used again. Which I think is fine, because it's a dream. It doesn't have to look like... It can look kind of weird.
Yeah, it can look kind of weird, and it was fine.
The red shoes, too. That was a big part of Johnny's character. I think those were just my actual shoes.
I think so. Johnny had a distinct style, and it was somewhat your style, just overblown.
Yeah, it's just me to the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case you weren't aware, Max's name is purely because of Max Payne. That's why he does, film noir narration. Yeah, it's all of my interests. This is very me. This is just very me.
Which is great.
And there's a lot of, more personal aspects to this story that only kind of make sense more in hindsight now. About, almost like a kid from a small town sort of wrestling with what's expected with him and what he wants to do. But that only makes sense in hindsight. I don't think it was anything I was actually thinking of at the time. I don't think I was capable of that sort of thought
Right.
at the time.
I mean, that's fair, but like part of you does go into the writing when you make things or you're creating anything, and so you see it come through, and that makes sense in hindsight. You look back, oh yeah, I see myself at that point in time.
Yeah,
Come
absolutely.
through into your work.
I think it's funny you can see you in like your photo up there because this is your house.
Oh yeah, that's like my like high school or whatever senior picture, something like that. Oh, bastard shot me. Oh, never mind. It was a daydream.
He fell asleep at the. Yeah, we missed that part. They'll never let me down. My line read on "In a Dream." My full nostalgia critic coming out.
Great.
It's Dr. Von Pelt.
Is this the first time we see Max's sister?
This
Max
isn't-
Johnny's sister.
No, it
Max's-
is Max's sister,
Jesus.
but this isn't Max's sister. This is your doctor.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, we have seen Max's sister.
Yeah, well, yeah.
In the first film.
Yeah.
Not the right character at the moment.
No, yeah, this is Dr. Van Pelt.
Right,
Peanuts
right.
reference.
Oh yeah. Oh, nice.
Lucy Van Pelt.
Yeah, this room is also in our school in a side area.
Oh, God, another fucking jump cut because we couldn't just do a second take.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, which especially is funny considering any of the takes individually are not longer than like they're not that many lines
I
compared to
think
some of
I
the other
was
ones
just
we
like
did in high
so
school.
afraid of wasting people's time. Like if I made this now, fucking we'd be there all day till I got it right.
Yeah, it definitely at least a few takes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that room I think I've only ever been in once and was for that filming.
I've been in there a couple of times, but I forget why. Just like different circumstances.
I think 3 different locations. The up above the library, that room, and the room we recorded our voiceovers in. All 3 of those were the only ever was in there during filming.
Oh, and that church too. That was the only time you've been in there.
Oh, yep. St. Mary's, yeah. So 4 locations I've only ever been in because of the film. Broadening horizons, I
I
guess.
grew up in that church.
I grew up in a different church.
Yeah. And now we're on the historic world's largest M with more wind whipping past the camera at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Lovely place. Probably could have thought through some of the issues we'd have.
See, this plays into the theory that I'm a figment of your imagination because this bedroom is in the same room as your house because this is my bedroom.
It is. With the red in the background.
Oh,
It all
yeah.
checks out.
Oh, like perfect
Whoa.
blue.
What was the color change?
I don't know. I've noticed that a couple times. I don't have a clue. Oh yeah, I also take a drink every time one of my ex-girlfriends is in a movie.
Moving on to number 3.
I mean, I only dated her in 8th grade, so she barely counts. But I mean, that fucking sounded shitty. Love you, Anna. Hope you're doing well. But like, I barely count that as a girlfriend.
Oh, that's fair. That's high school.
8th grade. It wasn't even.
Oh
high
shit,
school,
middle school. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, middle school. That's fair enough though. Anna's great. I love Anna.
This
I
was
haven't talked to her in
actually.
years, but love.
Yeah. This was the first stuff we shot. This whole sequence. I think this was on spring break.
We took a whole day to get all these this sequence done.
But see, you know what? This might have actually been March then, not April. Or maybe this was April. Maybe we shot it during March and it came out in April.
It
doesn't
could be
really
either
matter,
one
but
with how much like the look of the ground.
I'll throw it on screen. I'll throw it on when the release date is. I'll throw it on screen.
It was August 32nd. Wait a second.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we shot. This was the first stuff we shot. I'm fairly certain it was on spring break, and it was unseasonably warm. That's why our whitest gangbangers in North America here are in fucking basketball shorts.
Yes.
But between now and then, like the stuff we shot at the end of the film, it's all interior, but it had snowed again. You won't see it, but it had snowed again.
Yeah, we had like a warm snap and it went back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Gotta get the
Okay.
bag out. Works fine. Oh, it cut.
Believe
I
it or
wonder
not,
why.
This actually, that wasn't even a cut. That was just a glitch.
Oh really?
Yeah, no, believe it or not, this is the second take, and I still got that fucking bag stuck in the door.
Oh good. And props for any of our side actors who laid on the ground.
Yeah.
Blake here, great job. And then I think he didn't have the longest time though. Longest time spent on the ground was by Aramis.
Aramis was on the
in the
ground
first
for a
film,
while, yeah.
and she was down, and the only reason, like, you don't even see her on the ground much, but she stayed there the whole rest of the take, so she was on the ground for like 30 minutes on a tile ground. Like, props to her.
Well, nothing's compared to when I had Ryan Schrader lay in the snow for Dirty Laundry at the end of another fucking like -2 degree day.
In the snow, -2. Yeah, you couldn't. We wanted to. That's unfortunate with our exposure with the camera we had. We wanted to see the guy who's coming in the window.
Yeah, that's right. I was looking through the window, but it's just so blown out you can't see it.
Yeah. Again, with just what we have and what we work with. But
yeah, this is Jake's childhood home now. You got the Rock Band drum set. You got Sam's guitars sitting in Toast Crunch. I know Jake always mentions that good old Julie Klein was really upset at how messy the house looked, but I don't know. It just looks like a house to me.
Yeah, it looks very standard. It actually looks kind of clean for a drug den. I don't know.
True, yeah. I'm kind of proud of this sound effect. I think I laid like a punch sound with like a splat effect over top of each other. Made this really like pulpy, gross sound effect.
So I'll just have like a wet
another drug den with
symbolism.
A crucifix.
Also unintentional.
Oh, my tip money.
I guess living in rural Wisconsin, you'll get crosses.
Yep. Bryson is second role in this scene.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they're twins.
Yeah, that's why. He just got a twin. That's all it is. Oh, man.
We tried so hard to get the timing right on this, and I tried so hard to get the edit right on this, but it never looked right, and it always looks like I just teleported down the stairs as that dude is barely reacting to his buddy getting sawn in half.
Yeah. He's a loud gunshot. You'd think he would turn earlier, but... Maybe if we'd gone
Maybe they're all high.
he started moving and got hit around the corner, but c'est la vie.
What can you do?
Yeah.
C'est la vie indeed.
I see a hand. There's a man still on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Continuity hell.
Some people say he's still there to that day. To this day. Fuck. Whatever.
That day to this. I mean, definitely to that day.
God, that chain is huge. I don't even remember where I got that chain. I think that was a Christmas gift or something.
You rocked that chain for a while too, because that wasn't just Johnny wearing that chain. I thought.
I don't know if I ever wore that chain because in like my real life because it was so fat. I'm like, I'm not in a hip hop video. Like,
fair. I guess you were. You probably weren't underneath stuff too at anything.
Yeah,
what's the point?
I don't know.
Also.
But it looks like the world has.
Were you watching the same scene at Night of the Living Dead?
This is his favorite scene in the movie.
It's the only thing Max ever watches.
Whoa, what are you doing here, John?
I just thought it'd be fun. It's a sequel.
No, I like it.
Bring it back.
I want you to meet Carmen.
Little nod.
And this adorable hunk of man is the one and
Oh,
only Dr.
what a
Avery
hunk.
Carver.
Adorable hunk of man.
Adorable.
Whoa,
Hunk of man.
That wasn't part of the plan.
I like it. I
John.
just like start scratching my ear. I look fucking. I'm backing it up for just a second there. I like go full brain dead there. Like, it's just like head
Like,
empty,
huh?
no thoughts. What the fuck happened there?
Think about your next
Also,
slide.
new couch too.
Oh yeah, did upgrade the couch.
In between,
Oh shit, that's my phone too.
new phone for you too.
New phone, white and black. Yeah.
Damn, cancer's been treating you all right.
I might as well splurge if I'm gonna die. I
This
guess.
song is so fucking loud. It comes in so hard and fast, and it's so loud.
To say he won't blow this doc's brains out and make off with it.
None of this makes any sense.
No,
This,
what?
like,
he's
this-
the best doctor in the world.
This borders on science fiction for how little this makes any fucking sense.
Take a few pills, get knocked out. Doctor does some magic voodoo, and you're cured.
It fucking just goes to show what I know.
I can play a
Just
trick
very
too.
little.
For the first time in a long time.
See, this is
I'm
where my
optimistic.
shirt came off, though.
I feel this
yeah,
operation will
dude.
And then Melanie got to lean
Melanie,
over
yeah,
me.
Melanie doing like a ballet pose so she doesn't knock bits with you.
She was like reaching so far. forward.
Yeah, which I mean, fair. You're in
Fair.
high school.
Oh,
Like,
fair. No, 100%. It was funny.
So funny. Yeah, but that was Afterlife. That one's my personal favorite. Just from like what I learned and what I use. I think story-wise, the first one is still my favorite. It's the tightest. It makes the most sense, but
It's tight because it was intentionally going to pertain to itself.
yeah,
So the story is very concise,
yeah.
and then we expanded upon it.
And then we move on to Birth, the third entry in the series. New logo. MS Paint, new logo.
Heck yeah.
Well, when Johnny comes marching home, specifically the version used in Die Hard with a Vengeance, another one of my interests come into play here.
Heck yeah. It really sets the tone. We still got the.
I love there's always a moment when people realize that they're like, oh, I see what you did there, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, right away when I saw it. Got the classic lens flares back and forth.
Oh yeah.
I do like we got the we still got the titles, the credit sequence at the start,
Yeah.
but better.
Yeah. In the what does it say? In the finale of the Dead trilogy, just wankery.
I mean, yeah. We were pretty proud. This was pretty good though.
And people
proud
were
of this when we did it.
People in our class and in our high school were excited. They were looking forward to see how it ends.
Yeah, we got to show it to all the adults.
If you want to talk about skinny,
I'm skinny as fuck.
I look at myself in these fucking movies.
I was also rocking the low riding.
Yeah, you were.
Back
Grove Street.
Now take this and live the rest of your life, baby. John.
I got a belt and I still rode it along.
Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
Not in this
that's
scene,
so
but
funny.
oh man, I also rocking the lanyard. I did that.
I don't remember cleaning this up, but I surely had to. It just made a mess of fake blood in my garage.
All right, let's see if I can do this better.
Spreads through my veins.
Oh, you have a camper too. What do you know about that?
Oh shit! Cats are really treating me well.
Forgotten how to deal
Ready?
with these emotions.
Yeah!
That's pretty good. I'm just gonna do the George Lucas special edition and put that in.
Oh man. All these, I remember doing these scenes, and it was maybe this, and specifically the diner where we cut, and I was very awkward about starting a cut.
Search for clues.
I don't know
Johnny
if it was
was
editing or
looking
it was
for
me
me.
probably, but
There's got to be a clue.
or just like second and then go when the cut comes in.
Well, that's also me as an editor and the editing software that I had. I could really only trim so much.
Feels like playing.
None of this makes any sense.
Call me baby.
That
She put the number in the...
that was like the thought was that it was supposed to be like left over because it was like a duffel bag that Johnny had or whatever. But also he's gonna look her up in a phone book later. Like, this was 2015. Looking people up in the phone book was still already a pretty dated practice, unless you were like a proper adult with a landline.
Yeah, my parents still have a landline. What do you mean?
I don't think Carmen has a landline.
No, especially considering Johnny already contacted her, so...
No, none of this makes any sense. In the local diner, local country kitchen.
Best diner in Platteville. Because it's the only diner.
It's the only diner.
Thankfully, Laura didn't make
Dude, I had a...
She was always
Never mind, I'll tell that story later. That's not relevant to the story at all.
Hey, now we meet my sister.
Now we meet
in the
your
film.
sister in Melanie's fourth role.
Fourth row.
Just peach fuzzy.
Laura, I think her name is.
Oh, no.
So, are you getting better?
I don't know, I only wrote the fucking
Doc said
movie.
this one was good.
Didn't think I would know.
Really kept you in the loop.
Well,
It's fine.
I like the way you two play off each other. This is a genuinely sweet interaction. I showed this to someone. I didn't show it to them. I rewatched this with someone the other night, and they kind of went, "Aw," during your interaction. Yeah.
oh, I always felt I was super stiff during this scene. Like, I felt I could have done... Melon does a great job
Well, this
doing
is
facial
also-
expressions, but maybe, yeah.
This is also pretty typical reverse shot stuff. Like, we kind of did all your dialogue in one and all her dialogue in one, and I just cut between the two. Again, we actually were out to lunch. Like, I bought you guys lunch.
It's true. We did have a good meal.
Yeah, so we were also on another fucking time crunch and shooting somewhere where we didn't really have a permit or anything, but also we didn't have like a whole crew and shit. Like,
Yeah, we had to take at least...
more on this scene when we get to the bloopers.
Yeah, he's alright, we had bloopers. We'll come back to that. Remember the scene. Yeah, no, I do like the scene a lot. I just always felt it was stiff, but...
What can you
I think that I just genuinely, my facial expressions are a little stiff sometimes.
You also weren't an actor. Like, and I.
It's still not. No,
but
it's fair.
I think you did well given the circumstances.
It's fair. We need to bring it back so I can
I've
reprise it.
I've been toying. I mean, I've forever now. I've been saying that I want to adapt these all into a feature-length film. That's still a dream of mine. I want to do it because I do like this story and I do like these characters. And I do want to do it better. I don't like this scene.
This was like third take. And are you talking about the scene? Or
I don't
that
like
punch
this
in particular
scene.
was four takes.
Well, I don't like
bad.
this scene in general. I think this is like too out of pocket, too out of character for you. Like, there's like there's taking control of your life, and then there's like
a woman with
beating a woman and stepping on her throat.
Kind of true. I literally haven't been violent up until I guess I did murder a few people with guns, but never got physical with anyone until this scene.
Yeah, I guess like.
I guess I don't know. I see where you're coming from. Like I can get that.
I mean, like
it's not crazy.
It is said at the
feel
end of this movie. I guess I'm not a very good person, which like Max isn't. Like at this point,
no.
But like that for some reason just rubs me the wrong way. It seems exploitative. Like it's just like I don't know. It's almost like teen edge Lord Me. Oh, this is where we're gonna hear the shroud released. It seems more like teen edgelord Me being like, I'm gonna have him hit a woman just because she's like just a person. I don't know.
I mean, I can see that. It does. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's kind of he hasn't done it in the film before, and he's going out of his way to like beat him for shut up a woman, someone who considers weaker potentially. I can see that rubbing the wrong way.
And the reprise.
We
also haven't really established that you're kind of nuts at this point.
I'm kind of nuts.
Like Johnny's just like haunting you.
I mean, yeah, he's haunting me, and at this point, like, I did that, sure, but immediately after, I'm going to confront this man who is completely changed and potentially messed up my life.
True, yeah.
So I'm not in particularly the right mindset here.
True, yeah. I like that Johnny's got a nice little patio. It's like set up there. That's pretty quaint.
He enjoys the
simple
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's another location I've never been to since.
Yeah, this
before.
is Melnie's childhood home now. We really.
Hell, I've only gotten to the 2 rooms in Rome. This one and the one next to it.
I mean, it's also possible that he's like squatting here or something. Another fucking cross. I just noticed that one for the first time. It was in the living room. Here, I'll back it up.
Go back, yeah. I want to see it. I have no.
On the fucking wall there. Yeah,
right.
No, it's just fucking.
There's multiple crosses in every film. Let's go.
Alright, so Johnny definitely doesn't live here. He murdered the people that live here, and he's just living here now. That's the new canon.
I agree. I like it.
And he hasn't gotten around to redecorating yet. I can only imagine it's like...
that isn't his first concern.
I can only imagine it's like Limp Bizkit posters or something like that.
He's got his one room with it. He put all his posters and shit.
Right,
and everything else. He's like, it's too much work.
It's like Limp Bizkit posters and like a giant picture of Patrick Bateman covered in blood.
That is perfect. I like him. The reveal! There's been a gun!
You never would have guessed.
Never guessed what that bulge was.
Yeah, I give Jake so much shit for shooting things in one take, but we screwed all the dialogue in this up so royally, and we just went with it.
Yeah, no, like half the lines were not in the script, and we were just like, "Oh wait," he said, "Let's try to compensate."
Well, it's like you said something that was like basically what your line was, but then I was saying something that was based off of the line I wrote for you.
But not what I said.
But not what you said.
The pronouns are messed up and everything.
I am proud of this. When we had that screening at your place for all of our friends and family. What a screening for your friends and family. Yeah. But we had people genuinely like nervous. They weren't sure who was going to come out.
Yeah, that was I thought we filmed that scene with its cuts quite well.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there was only 2, but I did like especially the gun struggle. We did that well enough.
I like that. I just noticed this the other night, but now the sun is out. Well, the sun wasn't out, but the sun was out as you were leaving. That's kind of again, everything cool in this series happens by accident.
Well, even that. Go back real quick. Even like the fade through the screen.
Yeah.
Where like you focus on the screen after you walk so far away. Like, hey, he's moving on.
Yeah.
From where you're seeing, like unintentional, but I think that's
It's
cool
kinda- it's a
symbolism
cool
in
look,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's also like a lot of crosses too.
A lot of so many crosses in our films.
And that would be the cloudiest day, the cloudiest, foggiest day, and I wanted it to be like this sunny hillside. At least there's no wind. We can fucking hear you.
But yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like we can't wait 3 days for a sunny day. We're like, no, we're doing this and we're out.
We also probably couldn't. It was probably due at a certain point.
Yeah, that's fair. We were probably in crunch at that
Probably
point.
not very good.
Also, I didn't really know where the story was going to go, but I knew it was going to end.
Giants, I don't care about this phone.
I knew it was going to end with. Alright, so if fucking there was a weird cut there, it's because I ran out of hard drive space.
Classic Monsters
Which
at
we were
Midnight.
talking and we heard an alert noise and I was like, and you were like, that's probably
It's
nothing.
probably fine. It was not fine.
It's not fine. But anyway, leaving off, we're coming back where we left off. I knew I wanted the series to end with this song, "Change" by Oingo Boingo, because it was evocative of Max's journey. And I really like this song. It's one of my favorite songs. It's 16 minutes long, but I implore you, give it a listen.
Yeah, let's do it. I will say it has become one of the few, probably the only 10+ minute song I listen to.
Yeah.
Thanks to this man. So
It's a good one.
It's a good one. And like you say, it does really give the feeling of the change that Max went through.
Also, your gas cap was open.
It was.
It's weird talking about this again. Like, we
it is
didn't
kinda
just
hard.
do it like 2 minutes
The gas
ago.
cap, as I was saying last time, it just would randomly open because that car was a 2003, beat to all crap, and it was awesome. It was the only V8 I've ever had. That thing went from 0 to like 50, no time flat.
That's awesome.
But the trade-off, I got 10 miles a gallon, and the gas cap would never stay closed. Like every time I went to the car, it was open. I'm like, slap, close it, get out. Oh, it's open again. Well, what
That's
do you know?
wild.
So I ended up, I had it open in that shot because it was just, that's what I wanted to be.
But yeah, that was Birth. And now we're on to the bloopers.
That was Birth?
Okay.
Yeah, that was Birth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's dead afterlife Birth.
Yeah. I fucking know.
Way to know your own movies. On to the bloopers. To the BlackBerry phone. That wasn't a
mock
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry
The mock
phone.
BlackBerry
Yeah, it
phone.
didn't have the BlackBerry clitoris.
Nope, it just had the keyboard out front that you didn't slide.
full keyboard. I had a similar phone later on in high school.
I did like it, but I always hit 2 buttons at once. They were not a great
I
design.
kind of liked the full keyboard. That was fun.
I had one of those slide out side ones that went.
Oh,
so you slide
yeah,
outside.
yeah.
That keyboard was nice. I wouldn't mess up buttons.
Yeah.
That one though, I did once in a while. And that's leaving the.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, Melanie clearly says he's going backwards.
Backwards. It's
And it's like 3 degrees, if that.
I was not. I'm sure I wasn't happy at the time.
Adam making a cameo for no reason. Jake, I like what he was doing here. He was sort of improvising a little monologue. In this, he's depicting the plot of a short film that him and I did for the aforementioned creative writing class. And I think in the final version, he's doing a riff on Hotline Miami, which is thematically appropriate.
Jake is always good at talking about things he likes over people. Love you, man. No offense.
Bryce realizes the fight isn't going well, so he yeets himself.
He's like, I'm out
it.
of here.
First take, still get the bag caught.
Mess
in
it
the
up.
door.
Tries to recover. Like it's just a little bit. We can open and close.
The fucking strap was so horrifically wrapped around the bag that I just could not just freak out. And then the
Lost
second
it.
take that's in the movie, I still get the bag caught in the fucking door.
Tried to take the third one. Did not.
Yeah.
More powdered sugar, I believe.
Yeah.
Our classic.
Like so much powdered sugar. That is, if that was real blow, that'd be so much fucking blow.
So much fun. They are
Yeah.
a drug cartel, you know.
Yeah, so you could see that we were trying to get it in a way that would make sense that Mike was like reacting, but
Yeah, a bad angle just
Bad
makes a
angle,
bad
yeah.
cut. None of us are good enough to get close and to make it look believable. We didn't want to
Yeah.
hit each other, so
yeah.
he had to revert to more back. Although even then, we like there he threw the knife.
Yeah, like, he like hit it into a trash can, and the trash can like flipped over, and then Bryce started laughing. Bryce is still seated up against the wall for some reason.
We
but
never
in
let people
retrospect, he didn't really still need to be there.
No need. But we don't let people move once they're on the ground because we can't keep consistency the other way.
Everybody, you bungled your lines so bad here, but
I will look back and figure this out.
I don't know what you said, but you stop and you go, holy crap. But you can't hear it because it's so windy.
Probably me just stumbling over words as usual, but I need to know. Maybe I'll throw it in the comments if I can figure it out. Probably won't.
I think it's impossible to find out at this point.
Johnny,
Classic.
oh, gee, that's me.
Quote that all the time.
I still get it mixed up, even in their recordings.
I know, you did. You did earlier. Whichever one you are. Yeah, I don't remember shooting from this angle, but I must have had the realization that since I smeared myself with fake blood, it would be better from a different angle.
Yeah, we saw this like all you see is him on the ground with the white suit. The other angle you could see more.
Yeah.
So we wanted to switch it, but the first take was so quick we just don't remember.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. Don't mow my line either. High five. It's so bad at multiple lines in one take. I just always blanked on him. It's all I can remember the lines. Per se, once I got going, I just blanked on like a start of one.
Yeah, what can you do?
Yeah, I don't take that.
I like
Be an
that. I
actor.
want to know what this was all about.
My mouth is dry. I need a bit. Oh, and then
Oh yeah, and there's some people in the restaurant in army fatigues. They come out. She's spooked that I'm filming her car.
staring straight at her car.
She's like, I'm freaked out that you're filming my car, and I didn't say anything, but the only thing I could think of saying was thank you for your service.
Like,
When I could have said literally anything else, just be like, I'm a dumb high schooler making a dumb movie.
Right, I didn't mean to be pointing to your car, but now.
I love how
comes to
fast
mind.
we crumble, but like I also didn't like. factor in
We
the-
tried,
Yeah,
and
we
you could tell we tried, and we did not make it like any time.
Yeah. Second dead face better. Didn't break on that one.
No, but we gotta
Yeah,
get
get a
it
cameo from Camera Woman. More violence against a woman.
Or attempted violence. That did not hit. You can
No.
tell it didn't hit.
But I will say.
But great.
Keep busy. Doc said a bus.
Busket.
Busket. Do they have busket? I got a busket list. You should too.
Everybody should have a busket.
Everybody should have a
list.
busket list. I think that's the one running bit from these audio clips for sure.
Something you haven't
I
done.
really liked doing this. It was a lot of fun. It was also the first time I've done it, so there was some retry issues and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was a whole different experience from the filming, where it was just reading lines and trying to put
we're going.
what you could emotion-wise into just the reading of it
Yeah.
instead of
Right
facial
now,
emotion.
Yeah.
I don't even know where.
Well, it's also when just reading all that stuff it gets you tongue tied. Like
Do it
I
again.
have the same issue.
Trick 2, play I can 2.
Hence,
Hence, well, that was a bit.
that was just me. Oh, that was my tongue being like, I need a break.
Well, thank you all so much for watching. Happy 10 years to the Dead Trilogy.
Cheers
Cheers to that.
Hope for 10 more.
I would love for 10
shenanigans.
more years of shenanigans. Again, if for whatever reason you feel like checking this trilogy out, link to this playlist will be in the description below.
Description will have a link to the playlist.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. You'll find it. It's fucking around.
Right.
And if you enjoyed this, maybe we'll do more commentary for other stuff that we've done. We can get Jake on. Jake made short films for this class. There's other stuff that I've done. If you enjoyed this, just let us know. Otherwise, you can expect regularly scheduled Monsters Play content coming your way, and everything else Monsters at Midnight related is down in the description below. Levon, any closing words for our people here?
Thanks for enjoying our content. Thanks for enjoying our content from 10 years ago when it's Baby Matt and Baby me giving you what we can. Hope you enjoy the future stuff too.
Fuck yeah. Also, 1 year of this show, pretty much, too.
Yeah, almost a year anniversary to this too. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Have a good rest of your evening.
Peace.
Bye-bye.